Hold the phone. This is not God of War 3. This is Conan with Scyther 4077. And welcome, boys and girls, to another playthrough, the newest of the series, which is what I just stated, Conan for the PS3. Now, it wasn't just by accident that I threw that God of War 3 in there as a kind of a reference. I wasn't just screwing with your heads. I threw that in there also because there are a lot of similarities between this game and Conan. Now, being that you would think by looking at it when you play this game that, wow, is this the same company? It's actually not the same company. Santa Monica Studios is the one who produced God of War series. They also produced like Twisted Metal and games like Sorcery and The Unfinished Swan. Whereas Conan is from our buddies at THQ, which they don't exist anymore. Most of it got sold off, actually, and everything. I think they're mainly known now as Nordic Games is one of them. I know Gearbox purchased some stuff from them as well. But let's talk about the similarities here real quick. For one thing, they both have a storyline, but in that department, God of War has a better storyline than Conan. But the game that reigns supreme over gore factor is actually Conan. Yes, as a whole, I'm saying, okay? Because, yes, I know that the gore factor in God of War games it's pretty gory. It's pretty morbid, but those are mainly like QTE events or they are cutscenes, whereas Conan, this game itself is gory as all get out, okay? So, you know, they both use red orbs for experience, and they both use green orbs for health. The only difference is that for the health, you actually drink out of jugs, and for God of War, of course, it's a chest you got to open, but you got to hold it there. Well, these jugs, you got to wait a second while he tips it up and he drinks it. Problem with that is that you got enemies close by, and they're within hitting distance. If you pick up that jug, if you don't start drinking it, by the time they hit you, the jug breaks, you don't get any health at all. Whereas, of course, God of War, you know, you could just stop trying to open the chest midway, smack them in the face with your whatever you have, and then go ahead and get your health. But, yeah, this is a little bit different. Now, the red orbs are actually in chests in this game, and those open up real fast, okay? Unlike God of War, where you got to sit there and hold the R1 button. I don't like that fact, you know. You do build up your weapons and everything like that, and you have three styles that you can actually go with, okay? You can go with the single-handed sword with the shield. You can go with dual wield, and you can go with the two-handed sword, okay? Of course, as always, two-handed ones are always heavy. Yes, they're more powerful, but they're heavy and they're slow, and I find them to be clunky, and I don't know, they just never feel right to me in any game, okay? But they are good to take out, you know, take down an enemy's health a lot quicker, but they are heavy and sluggish, and I don't like that, okay? Two-handed swords are great because they are quick, but there's no blocking there. So, of course, the happy medium, for me at least, is the sword and the shield combo. Okay, now there are enough orbs in the game to where you could build up one particular set all the way, and then another set like halfway, maybe a little bit less. I don't know exactly, but you know, we're going to see because we're going to be playing through this game together, and we're going to get through it. This is mainly like a tutorial video because it's the beginning of the game and everything, and we're kind of learning right here, and so you're going to have to bear with me because I'm just kind of learning the game and everything. So we'll get through it, though. It's going to be a fun time, and there's going to be some annoyances and everything else, but that's okay, you know. Oh, quick backstory. Basically, we are searching for our lost pieces of armor that got strewed about, and we are after an evil wizard. Okay, that's the backstory right there. I will leave in some cutscenes and everything like that, and I'll try not to keep running my chaps so you can hear it because there are no subtitles. But if not, I mean, you could always go back and, you know, I'm sure somebody has it on there where they're not talking at all. So you'll be able to catch some of the story, or you could just read about it. You know, whatever you want to do. I don't mind, and I don't care. Okay. QuickTime events. There are little tiny QuickTime events, and you can trigger them all the time. Basically, if you block at the right time, a button prompt's going to come up, you hit it, and you actually do a special skill, okay? And it all depends on what kind of weapon you're wielding at the time. What's cool is that you gain experience for that particular finisher move each time, so you can build up your moves real fast and become masters of them really fast, because you can do that for every enemy if you really wanted to. Well, some enemies it doesn't work with, but like the pirates and everything like that, these first couple of levels, you can build your experience up real fast, and you know, if you want to go that route. So that's great. Okay. All in all, it is a fun game. There's some crybabies out there. They're, oh, well, they stole, you know, this God of War series. Well, yeah, okay, there's a lot of influence for this 2007 game. Okay, but I'll tell you what, you know what? So what? Everybody influences everybody for something, okay? So, you know, quit your bitching about it. And actually, the fighting style was actually, it was based off of Ninja Gaiden's fighting style. Or Ninja Gaiden, if you're on the West Coast listening. That's how you guys say it, I know that. But I'm on the East Coast, so I say it the way I've always said it, you know. So if anybody wants to correct me, that's fine, but I don't really care. But yeah, this video is not that long because it is kind of like an introductory video, and also I didn't want to cut it in the middle. I want to try to keep it a little bit even from video to video and see how we do and everything. But yeah, so, you know, as long as you, like these guys here, you gotta kind of roll out of the way. Don't get too carried away, or else they'll smack you in the face and you'll fall to the ground, and yeah, that pisses me off. So you just use the right analog stick to roll out of the way, and you should be fine. We are going to get to a boss fight in, I think, in the third video, and oh, let me tell you, annoying. Very annoying. But there is a little cutscene here. So I will leave you with it. Until then, this is Scyther407 saying, hey, thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back in the next video, which will be Conan Part 2. We're going to get on with more hacking and slashing and, you know, chopping the limbs and all that fun stuff. That's making me hungry a little bit. Hungry to play this game some more. But until then, this is yours truly, Scyther477. Take care and cheers, and see you in the next vids. Bye-bye.
Time was lost. Then fate intervened.